Now bump it. There you go. Go straight up first. Oh! Good morning, guys. Well, the rain has returned. We're back to the status quo for Alaska.
Hi.
Say good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, we had the perfect day yesterday. It was the perfect day. We took the tour to the heart of Denali National Park. Most beautiful weather. We had sunshine all day long. We got to see Denali from top to bottom. It was incredible. We saw moose, caribou, Dall sheep, wolves, and grizzly bears. Like a ton of them. Our tour guide, her mind was blown because it was like the most incredible day she's ever had. She's been doing this for 3 years, so awesome day. Then, to top it off as if it couldn't get any more exciting, we come back to camp after having some incredible pizza. I'll have to get the name of the restaurant. And the Northern Lights fired off just as we were going to bed. And it was mind-blowing. I mean, I didn't know what was happening. It was psychedelic. It was just horizon to horizon. The sky was just blowing up. I couldn't take it all in. Oh, the perfect day. But today it's raining. You know what? It's okay. We got enough perfect day to last us for 3 or 4 weeks. So we're going to get back on the road. I'm going to get into town, get a little bit of internet, and then go find camp somewhere away from this. Alright guys, I think we're at camp. We ran up and down the road about 1.5 miles both directions, and I think this is going to be the best spot. The river is just a little bit high, but we're a little bit higher than that gravel bar out there, which is typically where most people camp, just from all of the fire rings that I see. So we're going to set up here. I've got a few rocks set up down by the river just so we can track the river level, see if it's going up or down. We're projected for these rains to start tapering off tonight, so I really don't see there being any big risk of flood at this point. But all the other options just weren't as good as this, so let's get camp set up and get some food. There's also some good opportunities for gold panning right here, so you know, gonna have to take advantage of that. What are you doing?
I'm making me some soup.
Soup?
Yes.
Well, what about the other kitchen?
It's raining right now. We don't want to put the awning out.
We're being lazy, aren't we?
Yes.
Good old jet boil to the rescue. Hope that camera stays.
You're really playing a dangerous game.
That is a dangerous game. I'm going to take it down. But first, I wanted to shoot a shot of us eating the food. There it is. Got it. Check.
From the jet boil.
Yeah, from the jet boil.
I really make good soup.
It is so good. And it's always better like the next day.
Yeah.
So we've got fish in the river. We got gold in the river. Unfortunately, we have rain in the sky. This is going to be a good spot. Let's just hope the rain lets up. The next morning we got another glimpse of the sun, so we set out our solar panels in hopes of keeping things topped off in the trailer. With my recent success as a prospector, okay, it was just one flake, but it was enough to give me a touch of gold fever, so before a day of exploring Hatcher Pass, I just had to see if I could find a bit of color in the stream. Honestly though, it's not the thought of striking it rich that keeps me coming back to these riverbeds. It's the thought that hundreds of years ago, a rugged group of people stood where I'm standing now and attempted to harvest a precious resource from these very same waters. Many of these people sold everything they had and left hearth and home behind to make their way north. I've always been fascinated by these early prospectors' spirit of adventure and willingness to risk it all in hopes of finding something life-changing in the heart of the wilderness. I know times have changed and our travels are hardly a parallel to the intrepid determination needed to survive in this country 150 years ago, but I like to think a little bit of that spirit lives on in us as we pursue our own priceless experience while following in their footsteps. The more I learn how hard life was here back in those days and how few folks actually struck it rich, the more I sincerely believe that most of these old souls were really after the experience as well, and not so much a yellow nugget. Alaska just gets into your blood, and whether it's the next horizon or the next pan of dirt, you just never know what you'll find.
I got a fire in me, you're gonna set to burn. We got a world to see. now it's our turn.
Not far from Hatcher Pass is historical Independence Gold Mine. This mine got its start when prospectors turned their eyes from the gold in the streams to the gold in the hills. Years of placer mining had begun to play out, and as it became harder and harder to earn a day's wage in the riverbeds, an enterprising few sought to find the source, or mother lode. What they found were veins of gold within the fissures of the surrounding granite mountainsides, literally forced into place by hydrothermal forces from deep underground over the years. If so much gold had washed into the streams, how much more could be found at the source? In 1906, Robert Lee Hatcher discovered and staked the very first lode claim in the Willow Creek Valley, and was soon followed by many others. Unfortunately, lode mining required much more equipment and elaborate tunnels to pursue the veins, so small companies joined forces and pooled their efforts for their share in the profits. By 1938, the Alaska Pacific Consolidated Mining Company owned 83 mining claims and was the largest producer in the Willow Creek Mining District, with more than 1,350 acres and 27 buildings. The Independence Mine employed and housed over 200 men, with 22 families living in the adjacent boomtown, complete with its own school. In 1942, with the U.S.'s entry into World War II, all gold mining operations were shut down as the government redirected the labor force to the war effort. Independence Mine was one of the few exceptions due to the tungsten ore, also known as scheelite, a strategic metal needed for the war effort. This exception was short-lived due to the low production numbers, and the mine was forced to close in 1943. After the ban on gold mining was lifted in 1946, gold companies were slow to recover due to the law forcing all gold to be sold to the U.S. government at a fixed $35 an ounce price. With inflation raging in post-war economic troubles, gold mining became a mostly unprofitable venture. In 1951, after having pulled an equivalent of $60 million of gold from the mountainside, Independence Mine was shut down and eventually handed over to the state of Alaska, where it remains a historical landmark open year-round to the public. Make sure when you visit to bring along your gold pans, where you can try your hand in the surrounding tilling piles and maybe, just maybe, find a long-lost nugget that slipped through the sluice boxes. Just make sure to check in at the Visitor Center for details. After a few hours exploring the mine, we were headed back to camp when we caught a glimpse of a lonely trail headed off into the mountains. Without hesitation, we checked our map, aired down, and set out to see what was at the end of it.
Some people talk to angels. Some people talk to themselves. Well, I don't know who you're talking to, but everything you say makes me want you. Some people run in circles. Some people run forever. Well, I don't know where you're running to, but everywhere you go makes me want you. You are a novel in a sea of magazine. You make me nervous, you make my heart beat. You are red in a sea of black and white. You are a fire, you are dynamite. Some people try to change the world, and some people just stay alive. Well, I don't know what you're living for, but everything you do makes makes me want more. You are a novel in a sea of magazines. You make me nervous, you make my heart beat. You are red in a sea of black and white. You are a fire, you are dynamite. You make me nervous, you make my heart beat. You are red in a sea of black and white. You are a fire, you are dynamite. You are a fire, you are dynamite. You are a fire, you are dynamite.
Come on back. All right, hold up right there. Hold up right there. Gently forward. Stop. All right, ease it back again. Oh yeah, much better. Nice. All right. Good girl. Found the diff. Hold up. Give it some juice. Yep. Go. Whew. Not enough there. Try that. Go, 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 go. Stop. All right, back it up again. Easy. Come on back. As we neared the top of the trail, we ran into some mud that seemed to be made out of grease. The simplest rock was now all of a sudden almost impossible to climb over. While the camera never does the terrain justice, nothing about this trail was overly technical in our book. But this mud was something else. We've seen some nasty stuff in the deserts of New Mexico when a storm turns the land into mush. While Sarah and I usually have exceptional spotting communication, I failed to clearly express my intentions of her forward travel. And what happens next makes me sick to my stomach. Hold up a second. Now bump it. There you go. Go straight up first. to me real easy. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's my fault. I should have warned you that there was a boulder in front of your obstacle, but I didn't think it was going to jump as hard as it did either. Just got the wheel. I think everything else is okay. So yeah, back up a smidge, park in this flat spot, and then let's just take a break and think about it. I just knew we had broken a CV joint or worse after that crunch. Neither one of us expected the rock to suddenly bite and launch the rig out of the slime. That's good. After a quick check, we were relieved and a bit amazed at how it took the hit. Good job, Miss Overland.
Ducky time. That got just all by myself.
You did what?
That was just all by myself.
Nice.
Mom let me go on the fridge.
All right. So maybe we're just hiking the rest of the way to that. With only about a half mile to go, we opted to park the 4Runner due to some other nasty spots along the way and get a bit of exercise as we explored the surrounding area. Wow, so this was a unplanned adventure. We had no idea that we would actually get to do some wheeling, and wheeling hard, and denting wheels. I'm probably going to have to change that one out now. Oh my goodness, but beautiful. Man, just look at this place. And I think the clouds are going to break before we get out of here, and then it's just going to be like incredible. Oh, I'm exhausted. Sarah's exhausted. That was 2 hours. Taking our time, no rush. Can probably be done in an hour and a half if you were pushing it. But we were just soaking in the views. This is called Craigie Creek Trail, and we're headed up to a mining area. I see a cabin on the horizon.
There's a skating.
Hey, we can bring the turtleback right here in camp.
Come on, Grandpa.
Take your time.
What we need, we can't buy. All those pretty things that sparkle and shine, they are just a moment in time. Make me feel nothing like I feel when I look in your eyes. And all I need is you. I don't need no mansion in the hills or blue suede shoes. All I need is right in front of me. I don't need much, but I need you.
What goes up must come down. So we're going down. It was a lot of fun getting up. It's gonna be a lot of fun getting down. It's gonna be late night. So most of you know, video never really does it justice. And this is really not that bad, but it's wet. This is our home.
And so I'm going to extra effort to make sure we spot her over all these obstacles nice and safe, especially after I just jammed her into that rock a minute ago.
10 years dancing to
Just a touch driver. And looks
8
like you got
years dancing with a girl I love.
and,
Cynics' hearts and critics' plunder. Take something beautiful and make it feel small. Even when